This episode of Ty's I Help is brought to you by Gamefly. What's up, guys? It's time for another episode of Question Time, the series where you guys ask me questions and I answer it in a video. These questions are from Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Google+, which I have all the links to down below if you guys want to follow me. And yeah, without further ado, let's answer some questions. John asks, do you think the iPhone 6 will be a major upgrade from the iPhone 5S or a minor upgrade? I think the iPhone 6 is going to be a major upgrade because if Apple wants to stay relevant, they're going to have to do that. It has to have a bigger screen, probably a new design, better processors, better cameras, just all around it has to be a better phone, and it has to wow us because it's been a while, I think, since Apple's been able to do that. It seems like every version of the iPhone is just a little bit better than the previous version that was out, and I think people are getting tired of that. So Apple, you need to step it up, or Android is just going to keep flying past you like they're already doing now. CJ wants to know what my most expensive tech product is. I think my most expensive tech product would have to be my MacBook Pro Retina. This is a 13-inch model. I actually just recently purchased this. It was 2,000 bucks, but it was definitely worth it. Absolutely love this computer. It's my favorite computer I bought. I've got some other tech products that are around the same price, but if I had to pick one that was the most expensive, it would probably be this. Yusuf wants to know if I have any suggestions for a cheap, inexpensive camera. If you're looking for a cheap camera that's going to give you great video and take great pictures, I would suggest this one. It's what I personally use. I use this every single day. It's the Canon PowerShot ELPH 110HS. I just use 1080p HD video. I think it costs about $250 on Amazon. The price changes a little bit depending on like which model and which color you get. But there's also other models of this camera which will shoot 720p, which are a little bit cheaper if you want to go with that, and it's still going to give you great video and pictures and stuff like that. And yeah, these are just all around good cameras. The Canon PowerShot ELPH lineup, they're all good. The 300s and other models you should check out. But yeah, I can personally recommend this camera to you. Shoes_alls on Instagram asked me, why aren't Apple chargers called Apple Juice? I don't know, but that's a good name. It would be funny if Apple actually referred to their chargers as Apple Juice, and I'm definitely gonna use this. Like next time my phone's dead, I'm gonna be like, hold on, I need to charge my phone, I gotta get some Apple Juice. Didn't. Sains ask, how do you take all the hatred YouTube comments? I've been on YouTube for a long time, so I've kind of just got used to the hate comments. I know they're gonna be there, and I just try not to read them and get worked up about them. It's just somebody sitting behind their computer, typing on their keyboard with nothing better to do with their time. So yeah, you just kind of gotta forget about it. Sometimes people say stuff to hurt you and it'll get in your head, but you just gotta forget about it and keep moving on with life because it doesn't really matter what that person thinks. Taylor asks, do you think Amazon Air will ever be successful? I think Amazon Air is definitely gonna be successful. If you don't know what this is, pretty much Amazon has this idea where they're gonna take a drone and ship a package to you via the drone, flying it out to your door, drop it off at your door, and then the drone will like fly back to the Amazon shipment center or whatever. A lot of people have criticized it and said it's just not gonna work. There's gonna be too many problems with it, stuff like that. People could shoot the drone down or grab it when it drops the package off or steal your package. But they can do a lot of that stuff anyways with the post office or with FedEx or UPS or whatever you're using. There's going to be issues with everything, so it's going to take some time. I think they can definitely work it out, and the people that say they can't, it's technology. It's going to take some time, but they can get it to work. It's going to be awesome, and I can't wait for it. Sandre asks, will you ever move from NC? I currently live in NC or North Carolina, and I've lived here for the first 21 years of my life. And hopefully, eventually, I would like to move out of here. Either it be Florida or California or New York or all of them or lots of other places. Yeah, eventually, I want to move out of North Carolina. When that will be, I don't know. If I ever will, I don't know. Hopefully, I will because I'd like to travel and I like to experience new places and new things. I really hate myself if I went my whole life and lived in the same place and didn't move on to experience something new. I would go insane if I lived here forever. Gavin asked, how many hours do you think you spend on a gadget per day? I really don't want to know that number. I know it's hours and hours. I'm addicted to technology and checking the internet and just everything like that, and I'm sure you guys can relate to me. I'm so bad that like I'll wake up in the middle of the night and I'll get my phone out and I have to check Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, sometimes even Google Plus if I'm bored. Yeah, I just have to check everything. I'm addicted to the internet. It's bad. I spend many hours a day on my devices, and I wish I didn't spend that much time because it's bad for you, I think. And you need to take it in moderation. Brennan says, this isn't a tech question, but what does the fox say? It goes something like that. I don't know. I haven't really watched the video. I've just heard the song. Paul asks, what is your favorite prototype at the moment? I can't really think of a prototype that I've seen recently that I'd say was my favorite, but I will tell you I've seen a really cool mock-up or concept of the iWatch. There's a little video of it. It looks really cool. And I will say I would not be upset if this was actual design and what the iWatch looked like. Matthew asks, what are your thoughts on Google Glass hitting the consumer market? What will happen and will it be adopted? I really like Google Glass and I think it's cool, but right now I think it's just really a concept and an idea and nothing more than that. It's like cool and useful sometimes, but I don't think everybody really wants Google Glass, and people are definitely not going to pay like $1,500-$1,600 for a pair of Google Glass like I did. This is a developer edition Google Glass 2.0. If they can get the price down and they can add more features and functionality in it, which will come over time, I think that it is something that people may want. I feel like Google Glass is just a little too much. Like, you don't need something right in front of your eye giving you updates and stuff like that on what's going on social media and the internet and stuff like that. If you really need something, you pull out your phone out of your pocket and you look at it that way. It doesn't have to be right in front of your eye. Is it a cool idea? Yes. Do I like them? Yes. Have I used them? Sometimes. I don't wear them all the time. I don't really like to take them out with me just because they're so expensive and I'm worried I'm going to break them. I do like it, but yeah, I think it needs some improvements. And will it be adopted? I don't know. It's really just gonna take putting it out there on the market, and we'll just have to see what people think about it. Sharon asks, are you getting the new Mac Pro? As of right now, I don't plan to get the new Mac Pro or a new Mac anytime soon. Like I said, I've got my new Mac Pro Retina, then I've also got my 27-inch iMac. I'm pretty much set and good on computers for the next little while. Hopefully I don't have to buy a new one soon. Fingers crossed. But yeah, I don't plan on getting a new Mac Pro. It's $3,000 for the baseline model. I really don't feel like spending that much on a computer, and I'm completely content with the computers I have now. So if that changes or whatever, I will let you guys know. LS 2017 asks, which is best for high school or college, MacBook Pro or the iMac? I can tell you what I think all day, but it really comes down to what you want. But if I had to give you a suggestion though, I would say go with the Mac Pro because it's just the safest choice. You can bring it around with you. If you like go home for school, you can bring your computer with you. Your iMac, it's gonna be a hassle to carry that thing around. It's big. It's probably gonna sit in one spot. And your Mac, you can have it in your bed with you. You can have it at your desk, take it to the library, wherever you're working or doing stuff on, you can bring it with you. I think the Mac Pro is always like the safer choice if you're trying to decide between the two. Shady wants to know if I'm planning on getting the Samsung Galaxy S5. Most likely I will end up getting the Galaxy S5. Out of all the other smartphones I've used other than the iPhone, I'd have to say the S4 is my favorite. And if the S5 lives up to the hype of the S4, then it's probably going to be an awesome phone. And yeah, I probably will end up getting it. What about you guys though? Are you planning on getting Galaxy S5? And finally, Javi asks, from your point of view, how do you see Apple's future? That's a good question, and it's kind of hard for me to answer just because I don't know what Apple's plans are. But I think if Apple keeps up at the same pace they're at right now, releasing a new device like every year, improving on the last version, adding a few new things here and there, I think they're going to stay relevant for at least 5 years. I just feel like Apple's such a big company that it's going to be hard for them to go away. But what has got Apple to where they are now is the fact that Apple is like a cool product to have, like an Apple computer, or an iPhone, or an iPad. You feel cool having one, if that makes sense. Like, or it's like the cool product to have. But if Apple loses that image and the public decides that Apple products aren't cool anymore, then Apple goes downhill. So they're going to have to do something to innovate and change and like wow us. Do something new that we like, and they're going to have to do it right. If they do it wrong, Apple goes downhill, like they have in the past. But yeah, if Apple does it right and keeps innovating their products, I don't see why they won't be around for the next 10, 15 years. Alright guys, that's all the questions I have time for today. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you click the like button down below. Subscribe to my YouTube channel right there. Also, if you want to see more Question Time videos, I have a playlist. I'll link it down in the description down below. Again, follow me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Google+. Links are all down below, and I will see you guys in the next video. Now, before you head out of here, let's take one last look at our sponsor for this video. Peace. Gamefly is the largest online video game rental service, which offers you a choice of over 8,000 new and classic titles across all consoles and handhelds. With plans starting at just $15.95 per month, Gamefly members can rent 1 to 4 games at a time and keep them for as long as they like. Once you're done playing a game, you send it back and Gamefly will send you the next available game on your list. Gamefly members can also play hundreds of PC games for free with unlimited PC play. So if you want to check it out, just go to gamefly.com/Ty and you'll get a 15-day free trial. Again, the URL is gamefly.com/Ty.